to go through this Black's Law Dictionary, I wanted to show y'all what, when you say you're colored, black, African American, you know what I'm saying, when you're using these terms, this is what happens, and this is what the law looks at. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Color. In appearance, semblance, or simulacrum as distinguished from that which is real. So when you say your color, you're not even real. This is in the law book, right? So this is what the policemen and the courts are using, color of authority. That semblance or presumption of authority sustaining the acts of a public officer which is derived from his apparent title to the office or from a writ or other process in his hands, apparently valid and regular. Color of law, the appearance or semblance without the substance of legal right. See? There it is. Now let's flip over here real fast and go to colored. Now look, by common usage in America, the term in such phrases as colored person, the colored race or colored man, and the like is to designate Negroes or persons of the African descent from Negro ancestry. Now, look where the star is. It has also been held that there is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person to which the courts are bound judicially to know. So that means they don't even have to respect the term black or colored person. It says it right there. It has also been held that there is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person which the courts are bound judicially to know. That's in the law dictionary. So this is what we're going through. Let me go over here to, let's see if I can find civil liter mortuus. And here it is. Civil liter mortuus, civilly dead. In the view of the law, the condition of one who has lost his civil rights and capacities and is accounted dead in law. See, this is why your pastors are with the civil rights marching and stuff. This is, they're selling, we're sold out, man. These people done sold us out. So I'm just wanted to post this, make this little video. Just, you know, I want to put this on y'all's mind, man, because that ID card you have in your hand that says you're black, it means civil liter mortuus, civilly dead, dead in the view of the law. That's why our pastors and these attorneys was fighting for civil rights. They were making you dead in the eyes of law. It's a new day and time, family. New day and time. Y'all share this video.
Now, I just want to point this out. Think about this. If you ever had a run-in with the police, right? Do they ever describe you by your nationality? Hey, I have a Turkish guy in custody. Hey, I have a Pakistani in custody. You know, hey, I have a Nigerian in custody. No, it's, hey, I have a black person in custody. Hey, I have a white person in custody. Now, Native Americans, I got to be honest, I've never seen on cops or anything like that how they describe you guys. So you got to forgive me, all right? But I'm just saying, when you just watch cops or watch any of that stuff, and it's always, I got one black person, I got one white person. That's color of law. That's civil law. That's what the civil rights did to us. They took us from having a nationality. Instead of saying, hey, I have one American in custody. Hey, I have one Canadian in custody. It's, hey, I have a black person in custody. I have a white person in custody. Black, the etymology, which is not taught in school for whatever reason. And I mean, to me, it's just to dumb the people down even more. If you're not teaching them, find out what the origin of the word is. A dictionary only tells you how the word was used during these certain years. Etymology tells you where the origin of the word arrives from. So when you take etymology and it shows you blotch, and it says blotch means to be pale, to be colorless, to have lost color, then you slap it on somebody whose body is full of melanin and his melanin is active. That is the act of being insane. The person that claims that they're black when black means this, you are insane. Black means dead in the eyes of the law. You don't believe me? What happened with Breonna Taylor in her case? She gets killed, no charges, right? Her neighbors had bullets fly into their apartments. The neighbors that classify themselves as black, no charges because they're already considered dead. It's up to their own discretion if they want to pursue any sort of justice for you. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're gonna have to go back in history, and you gotta look. You gotta find American history. All right. The United States is a federal corporation chartered out of Virginia. It's literally, this is where they fucked us up in our minds. We believe the United States is all 50 states. It's not. The United States is literally recorded in their law codes as only being the 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. So you're saying, oh, well, how does it that they claim the United States is everywhere? Simple. The Buck Act. You have to read the Buck Act to understand that by them setting up certain structures, the post office, the police department, and a post office, the police department, a church, and a court, all within so many square feet from each other, that makes that area an area that is under the Buck Act, which is an extension of the United States. So what it is a federal corporation setting up its territory right there, and you run to their territory because where your post office is there, of course, your courthouse is there, so everything you need is there. And this is how they get you. I want you to go back, if you still don't believe me, go back and look at how Oklahoma was founded. I was just going back over this with Greensfield, in the Oklahoma riot there, right? Look at how, when it was an American territory, Native Americans, so-called Negroes, which Negro only means someone that's held against their will, right? It has nothing to do with black, it has nothing to do with skin color. It's a legal term. See, and this is where I've always said, teach your children the legal definitions. Don't teach them what a dictionary says. Go and teach them the legal definitions, because this is how they're fucking with us in real life. We run with legal, we don't know the legal definitions, so when we run across situations where they are using the legal definitions against you, they're using the origin of these words against you, and you're using a dictionary, the definitions that you've been taught in school, without having done any further in-depth, and these are the beliefs that you've now formed for your whole entire life, you're fucked. Go back and learn the legal definitions of every single word, and use all of them. Use Valentine Law Dictionary. You don't just use black laws. Use all these different definitions, because you're going to find out all of them are used differently. And when you do, this is going to make all the sense in the world. Like I said, they're using color of law. You're not a color. Even a person that claims they're a white power and all that stuff, they still are not white. If you cannot put them up against a white piece of paper and they blend in like a chameleon, they're not white. White is a legal status. It is the high end, it's the wealthy end of the legal status. Remember Deuteronomy 28 in the Bible? He said, I will flip this. I will make you go from being the head to the tail, and the tail become the head. I will cause those that rule over you to drive you to madness.